Well, hello, kids. This is our first video lesson, a remote video lesson that will be posted on YouTube. I'll send you the link when we're done. It's kind of a weird look, isn't it? But this is just for period C, for the homework that was on page 370. This is what I showed you successfully on Friday, but I didn't show you one important little piece at the end because I was in a hurry to get to that last person standing, if you own a VCR, if you have been to Europe, all that fun. But anyway, period C, take a look. We learned synthetic division as a shortcut to long division. We learned we can divide a polynomial by another polynomial with that long division process. But then the synthetic division turns out to be a shorter process. Here's what we do. We take the opposite of this constant, which is positive 2, divide it by that coefficient of 1. That's positive 2. We put it in the box, and we bring down these coefficients, 4, negative 2, 6, negative 3. And the synthetic process is you bring down the first number, 4, and then you multiply. 2 times 4 is 8, and add, always add. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Multiply, 2 times 6 is 12. Add 18. 2 times 18, 36. Add 33. So what we get is a new polynomial of 4x squared. Remember, this exponent goes down by 1. Plus 6x plus 18 plus a remainder of 33, and we always put that over the divisor of x minus 2. All right, so that's what we learned. Hopefully you understand that okay. But what this tells us is that if we now multiply x minus 2, the original divisor, by all this, 18, and then add in the remainder 33, we should get the original polynomial. Let's see. So I'll multiply x all the way through. I'll multiply negative 2 all the way through. We'll put that at the end. And we get 4x cubed. You can see that when I move my hand. Minus 2x squared plus 6x minus 36. That matches up here, except we're supposed to get minus 3. Well, that's the remainder comes in. You add plus 33. And now that becomes the negative 3. So it works. It works. So that's not new. That's what we worked on Friday. Here's what I didn't show you. I'm going to flip this board around. It's a whiteboard on one side, and it's a flip chart on the other side. I got it at Staples. Anyway, let's look at this one. The difference here is the lead coefficient is not 1. But we follow the same process. Opposite of the constant, positive 1, divide by the coefficient 3. So it's positive 1/3. There it is. So we have our coefficients listed here. 6, 10, negative 22. 6, didn't have to skip any, no oxes. Bring down the 6. 1/3 times 6 is 2. Add is 12. 1/3 times 12 is 4. Add negative 18. 1/3 times negative 18 is negative 6. Add no remainder. Okay, so what we've shown is this, that x minus 1/3 times 6x squared plus 12x minus 18 equals that original polynomial. That's what we've shown, which is correct. And that's what I showed you on Friday. But the thing is, they didn't ask us to divide by x by minus 1/3. They wanted us to have one factor, 3x minus 1. Oh. So how do I change this to a 3x minus 1? Multiply it by 3. That becomes 3x minus 1. 3x minus 1. Well, if I multiply this by 3, I got to do something to balance this out. I'll divide everything by 3. 2x squared plus 4x minus 6. All right, so it's okay. You can do this. We did this process. This was our idea to do the 1/3. Wasn't the original problem guy's idea. It was our idea to do the 1/3, and that's fine. This works. But we got to follow their rules. They wanted 3x minus 1. So to turn this into 3x minus 1, I multiply by 3. 3x minus 1. If I multiply this by 3, I got to divide that by 3. And now if I multiply this out, 6x cubed plus 12x squared minus 18x minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 6. 6x cubed plus 10x squared minus 22x plus 6 success. We got it. So let's do one more, and we'll do this one together. Do it together means I'll do it and you watch. No, really, let's do it together. Here it is. See how I flipped that chart? I had it all ready for us. So here we go. If we're going to divide by 2x plus 3, opposite of the constant is negative 3 divided by coefficient 2. Negative 3, 2. That's what we put there. And we have 8. Oh, there's no x cubed, so put a 0. Negative 12, 4, negative 1. Did that right? Move this a little bit. Okay. So here we go. Bring down the 8. Negative 3 over 2 times 8 is negative 12. Add negative 12. Multiply positive 18. And add, we get 6. Multiply negative 9, I think. Add, we get negative 5. Multiply, we get plus 15 over 2. Plus 15 over 2 minus 1. Minus 1 is negative 2 over 2. I think our remainder is 13 over 2. So we just showed that x minus 3 over 2 times all this equals the original polynomial. We just showed this. Oh, that's a cube. Yeah. That if we do that out, we'll get the original polynomial. Well, that's really not what they asked. They didn't want x minus 3 over 2. So we're going to turn that into a 2x plus 3. Oh, it's really showed that. 2x plus 3. How do we do that? We got to multiply by 2. That creates 2x. That creates 3. So we multiply this by 2. We get to divide this by 2. Divide each coefficient. That's going to be minus 5 over 2x. But the remainder stays the same. It's still 13 over 2 over the original 2x plus 3. You don't have to divide or multiply the remainder by anything. There we go. You have the ability to, to pause this and rewind it and all that. So did I do that right? I think so. Yeah, x minus 3 over 2 means that would have been x plus 3 over 2. We got it. We got it. Okay, so do that on page 370. And then tomorrow, I should have the next lesson, page 375, which A's already learned, but I'm going to reteach it for A and show you period C kids how to do it. All right, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon.